Larry from Red Wing, Minnesota. I enjoy summer cookouts, and when we invite people to our cabin in Hayward, Wisconsin, I like to do Iowa pork chops. They're 1.5 inches thick. We like to put Famous Dave's recipe sauce on it. Famous Dave's has a restaurant right on our lake, on Round Lake. That was their first one. So when we have guests, we've got to have Iowa pork chops, and they melt in your mouth.
All right, tell me what your name is and where you're from.
Nora, I'm from.
She's Nora, I'm Francis, and you don't need to put that up, from St. Paul.
Yeah? Well, Nora, what is your favorite food?
What's your best making that? We both like the food Shebesky Knedliki. It's a Czech food. It's like a plum dumpling. We have it. My dad actually makes it. He's the Czech side of the family. So we have that every time that there's this Czech camp called Suckle Camp, and every time that we go up there, he makes it. For everybody there. You have it with butter and sugar. It's really good.
Yeah, melted butter.
Melted butter.
Yeah. The dough strangely has like potatoes in it, but it tastes really good.
Okay, but the beet one, the beet is the best. So, you know, in the spring, planted my garden. I did only 1 row of beets because everybody's like, we're not sure if we like beets. So I did 1 row of beets, and you know, you wait, and I pinch off a leaf and eat my salads with the beet leaves. Best. And then we're gonna have company, and I got really good friends. Haven't had them over for a long time, and I go, all right, and I pick, 16 beets. 16 beets, and I'm thinking that's plenty of beets. That's 4 beets a person for dinner. That's a lot of beets. Okay, so I dig them up, cut them down 2 inches for the stems, put them in my pot, boil them up, and you got to peel the little skins off. And I get them all ready, and I have them in the refrigerator in the bowl, just ready to be heated up for dinner. Just excited. I go in, and there's like a few missing. I realize my husband's eating some of the beets. So I go, honey, those are for dinner when Dwayne and Lori come over, so don't eat the beets. Oh, okay. I get done, there's 1 beet left for dinner. 16, he ate 15 beets. I couldn't believe it. So then, of course, you know what happens the next day when you eat beets all day? Have you ever eaten a whole bunch of beets? Yeah. Pea turns orange and your poo turns red. Comes in the next day and he's like, honey, there's something wrong. I go, what? He's all worried, and he's like, I think I'm sick. And I go, why? He goes, you see my pee? And I go, you ever known what happens? So, of course, he was just fine.
So it's Cody. I'm from Rogers in Minnesota. Their mom likes to make all sorts of foods and too much of it half the time, and lots of sweets. And we also eat, I don't know what they're called. It's like mashed potatoes in like these pouches. Yeah, those things. Pierogies or whatever. The first time I ate a pierogi, I didn't want to eat it because it looked kind of gross.
And what did you discover after you ate it?
They're delicious. I almost swore, but...
I'm Veronica, and I'm from Austin, Texas, and I fly home to the fair every single year, and I never miss it.
And I'm Stacy, and I'm from Columbia Heights.
Oh, well, I just remember my mom always tells the story about that. I was 9 months old when the first time I came to the fair. She carried me around in her shoulder sleeping the whole year, and we come to the fair every single year since. And we just love it. And I like lefse, so it's always fun to see lefse in the food. Oh yeah, I make lefse. Yeah, my mom and grandma made it, and I made it.
Oh, we made it in Arizona. We lived in Arizona, so yeah.
But all it is mashed potatoes with butter, and until they're the same consistency that you'd eat, mashed potatoes. You just, when you're done at Thanksgiving, if you have leftover mashed potatoes, you just put enough flour in it to make a dough, and roll it out and grill it. Well, it depends on how you do your mashed potatoes. If you do your mashed potatoes and you mash them like with cream or heavy milk and butter, so that the potatoes are a real soft consistency. And then it's a large grill that you put them on, because, you know, and then you flip them. And you have to have long wood things to flip them over. More butter and milk and cream, right? And the potatoes, and then just enough flour to make it dough. Very good.
Married from Minneapolis, but formerly from Cottonwood, Minnesota, in Lyon County. We'd always go out to my grandma's, and she had a very big garden and stuff. And my mom had a big garden in town, and we did a lot of canning and freezing over the years. We always made apple butter, homemade apple butter. And yep.
Did you make that over the stove, or did you do it outside?
We did the apple butter. We would peel the apples and everything. We ground. We'd run them through a sieve, and from there we went and did. Would take the pulp and add sugar to it and some cinnamon, and we'd cook it in the oven at 250 for about 6 hours.
How much apple butter did you make?
From one big canner thing, what we used was an old pressure cooker bottom, and we would get like about 24 pints.
Hi, my name is Denny. I'm from Farmington, Minnesota. My memory is going back to my childhood days when I lived in Waterford, Minnesota, near Northfield, and going down the local railroad track and picking blackcap raspberries and harvesting horseradish along the railroad track, and then going back and then making it into jam and jelly, and also having a little spicy extra for our meats and our eggs. Thank you very much.